I'm Christian Lamichka for Country Music News International, and today on the show we have Rod Richmond. Rod, welcome to Country Music News International.
Oh, thank you very much. I appreciate you having me.
Rod, we have to talk about this great album here, Living in the USA. Folks, just an idea that you have, that's the album. And on this great album, couple of songs on it. Tell us a little bit more.
All right, thank you very much. I appreciate you asking. The first single that came off that was it was my fun song. It's called "You Don't Know Jack," and we wrote a lot of songs. A lot of them with deep meaning. A lot of them that were just for fun, and that was one of the songs that was just for fun. It's a song. The lyric goes, "You don't know Jack, you don't know Jim, you don't know Johnny Walker Red or his next of kin." It has a lot to do with me being just a country boy, and in the story of the song, it kind of makes sense that I'm just a fun guy. I like to go out on Friday and Saturday night and have a good time.
For all our readers who might be hearing about you for the first time, can you introduce yourself a little bit more?
Okay. Well, I'm Rod Richmond. I'm originally from, oddly enough, despite my loss of an accent, from northern New York, at a tiny little farm town, about 13 people I graduated with in my class. We all were pretty much farmers and small town people. Grew up listening to Johnny Cash, Elvis, Southern rock, CCR, and 38 Special, and that kind of music. And that formed my background. I've been writing forever. I got my first guitar at 5. And I've been going ever since. I released an album about 3 years ago called Star in the Window, which is a pretty powerful patriotic record. We followed that with a new one, Living in the USA. I've released 2 singles off of that, and I got a brand new single out that we should be hearing about pretty soon.
And here we have now one single which also is brand new. It calls "I Got Your Country Right Here." Folks, that's the awesome single I ever heard before. It is a great song, and it is something you're really proud of, I heard.
Very much, very much. In fact, we had a plan from the record right from the beginning as to which songs we were going to put out when. We wrote this song. I wrote it with a fellow named Thomas Chanteau. The song just struck us both so much. We had to get it recorded. After we did, it was just clear that we really ought to put this out and see if this would help to introduce Rod Richmond a little more to the radio audience.
Rod, by the way, with 5 you got your first guitar. Then you were starting writing songs. What was the first, what your parents said to you? Can you remember when you told them, "Mommy, Daddy, my biggest wish is to write songs and go to the music business"?
Yeah, they were realists, unfortunately. So I think they really encouraged me in music. Both of them did. My dad was a huge fan of especially country music, Hank Williams and Johnny Cash. So they bought a guitar for me, despite the fact we really didn't have money for those kind of things. Encouraged me. Always were bragging about the latest song that I had learned. No matter how old I was, they would get anybody that they could force to come and listen to me about the music. So they encouraged me very much.
What is the biggest change, in your opinion, in the music business since you started with getting out to the public as a professional and now?
Well, it's more of a business. I think it's always been a business. It really has. And we defined businesses in the era of my heroes, Johnny Cash, Elvis. Businesses were much smaller in those days. They weren't corporations with a big model. And now that business has changed, and it's giant corporations with a big model that sort of dominate mass media, and that includes where we hear our music and how we produce our music. So I think the business has changed. I think the music is the same in many ways. Obviously, there's different rhythms and different melodies and hooks and so on. But frankly, songs are written from the heart somewhere. Somebody's really down, really up, really motivated to write a song about something, and some singer and group of musicians passionately expresses that song. I don't think that's changed, and that probably never will. And I think that crosses all genres as well. Somebody has something in their heart to say, they spill it out, and either they perform that themselves or another person interprets that and performs it themselves. So I think the business has changed, but I think the music really has similarities that'll never go away.
So if people like to find out more information about you, what they have to do?
They can go to all of our social pages, of course, but our main hub is at www.redwhiteandbluerecords.com.
So, folks, you know what to do if you like to find out more information about him. And if you like, stay here with us at Country Music News International to have a good time and find out the latest news about him and your other favorite country stars. Have a good one. Bye.